Okay, so remember when we said that this cartoon was MCU adjacent?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's noticing my background of this episode.
Yeah.
The MCU just went, we understand that you live next to us, so you're aware. We might stop over every now and then.
By the way, I love how they're using the classic design for Iron Man.
Yes. Like it's everyone's original looks, I'm noticing. Except for like Cap in that hallway in the picture with Norman. Everyone looks like their original comic book looks.
Yep.
Uh that super goofy music, just ridiculous fight with the cops in Otto at the start.
That kind of reminded me a little bit of do you remember the scene with Peter and the lizard in the Amazing Spider-Man?
With Stan Lee just listening, or like with the opera music, where Stan
Yeah.
can't hear him in the library. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, we got Iron Man, and it's that always famous, will never go away. It's I can't remember the actor's name, but ever since Earth's Mightiest Heroes, he's been the guy that went, you can get 1% away from having RDJ's exact voice. We're keeping you around. You have the mannerisms down, good sir. Because I'm pretty sure that's the guy they use for What If as well.
Yep. Mick Wingert.
Yeah, he does a freaking amazing job. Uh, so, moving closer into the relationships predictions here, Lonnie and Pearl are done.
Oh, yeah. No, they are kaput.
So that's going to be a thing, and that what's really going to nip that in the butt is what happens. What I predict is going to be the end of this season,
Oh.
but we'll get into that when we get there. So they're, especially in this one, we said when they kind of have the recipe the same, they just give it to different people. They're like really going out of the way with that. I don't remember the last time we point blank had someone change the great responsibility line wholesale.
Well, there was the complete bungled version in that.
They didn't even try that. They didn't even try with the Andrew Garfield movies. They were just like, we're not going to say it, but the word responsibility is going to be in that gargled mess, and that's it. But with great power comes great respect. That is pretty great.
Again, this is why I think they're they're leaning towards they're leaning towards like audiences' preconceived notions about Norman Osborn. How
Yeah.
we can't trust him 100%, but he's also not wrong.
Yeah, but a businessman would not say the word responsibility there, so I appreciate that.
That's true.
Yeah, and like him telling him he needs to not hold back, all that. I need Spider-Man to be 100%. And May telling Peter he needs someone to talk to like Ben, and he instinctually goes to Norman and gets that line. That's pretty good. I've gotta, because we get another one, and I'm gonna go into it immediately after this. I had the feeling, I don't know how or when, but I think this is gonna be the first time that Peter comes up with the great power comes great responsibility line.
If it's not him, it might be Harry. I don't think so, but
I don't think so. I think it's going to be Peter because I think Peter's going to say it back to Norman.
oh, like probably something in the finale where he's like, "No, I have to do this because."
With great power comes great responsibility. But I don't. It might be that, but it's not going to be in a like Harry turn. Because I'm going to be honest with you. They also have Harry say, go get him, Tiger. So they are not afraid to put the puzzle pieces in whatever fucking order they want to in this show. But yeah, I just feel that at some point he's gonna go do something, and I don't think it's gonna be this finale, but he's gonna say, "I have to do this because with great power comes great responsibility." He was like, "You were wrong. With great power doesn't come great respect. It comes great responsibility." I think the ending of this season is going to be Lonnie becoming Tombstone because we only have a few episodes left, and I have a feeling the end of this season is going to be a big schmoz of shit going on with Otto, and like the end credit scene is going to be Lonnie being Tombstone.
That seems pretty likely. Like after this episode, there's only two left, so it's gonna be something big, but it's gonna be focused on Lonnie because he's outside of Peter. He's kind of like the secondary protagonist.
He is, and this entire last episode is going to take place at Otto's lab because you can't tell me that Norman's not going to be tracking him again, and now Lonnie and the gang know where he's going. So, like, everyone's going to end up by Otto. Or, no, they can't do that because Otto's in prison. Because Iron Man captured him.
Yes, that's right.
But, no, I wonder if something's going to happen where Norman's going to go destroy all of his shit, and the gang is going to be there trying to lift weapons. Something's going to happen in an accident where he's going to find some canister or something that's going to turn him into Tombstone.
Probably.
And that's going to be the last thing.
And I think it's good for this first season to just focus on Tombstone and not get overwhelmed with other ongoing storylines. Like, I would be completely happy if we don't see Green Goblin at all in this first season.
I would be happy if we didn't see him in the first 3.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
Because with the way this show is going, they can do whatever they want and just throw shit in random orders, and we could just do whatever. Because we got Chameleon in this episode, kinda.
Kinda.
It's Dimitri with the mask on, so we don't like have Chameleon yet, but that's Chameleon. So, and we have crazed out Scorpion. We have not quite, but pretty much out Doc Ock. He just doesn't have the arms attached. Yeah, it's tough.
But by the way, I love how Doc Ock is portrayed in this series. How he's
As
like
a total nerd.
he's a total nerd, and I even like his assistant who
Leapfrog.
Leapfrog. Yeah,
Are you playing that game again? No. Yes. But I'm mining XP until the developers realize the exploit that I found. Oh, God, that's funny. Yeah, it's really good. They aren't afraid to have someone be goofy. And typically, it's not Otto. He's typically the cool collecting scientist. So having him be kind of a nerd is really great. I like that a lot.
It makes too much sense because he just kind of looks like a nerd with the bowl cut and the everything.
Yes, and especially, yes, this version of him that they've gone to, which, again, I hope they keep everyone somehow in 2019 or whatever whatever year they have Civil War happening here, because I know the years don't line up with our exact years in the MCU, but yet everyone else looks like they have costume designs from the 1940s. Like, Osborn's driving an Audi, a brand new Audi, like R8, but they're got designs like from freaking prehistoric era Marvel comics. It's such a weird like mix, but it works, and I can't explain why. Because you have Peter being such an old school looking version of from the comics again, but they somehow have the like 70s and 80s trapped in the middle of the 2010s at the same time, and I don't know how they pulled that off, but it works.
Yeah, this show is honestly doing everything right.
Yeah, it's just we're gonna now. The only thing that disheartens me is because this is doing well. That kind of kicks clean in the nuts the chance of we ever getting a TAS 97.
Oh yeah.
And I really wanted that. Just like one more season, I wouldn't care. Just to find out if that's really Hydro Man as MJ, or if that's the MJ that they found through the time portals in that one scene in X-Men 97. I need to know if that's still Hydro Man. We're off to find the real Mary Jane. Oh god. All right.
Hold on, one more thing. We need to talk about the end of this episode, and
Oh yeah. The new suit, which I got spoiled while I was the new suit, the classic suit that I got spoiled on because of Google.
oh, wait,
But
are there already?
oh, there's already screenshots of it.
Of course there is.
There is, but it might even be a fabricated someone did Photoshop version of it, but there was what it would look like basically. So it very well not might be it, but it probably isn't because it's the same exact pose as the other. But yeah, anyway, that is cool where Harry just lays like you wanted more color and stuff. You do have a suit. I was kind of wondering if while May was out at work, he was gonna sew that suit together.
Oh yeah.
But having Harry help him make it was pretty cool. And like, yeah, I kind of nicked some ideas from your notebook there and told the guys to, make it more colorful.
Honestly, I don't care how Peter gets the suit. Like, yes, it is nice that he does it all himself, but I just want to see him in the classic red and blue.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I'm looking forward to it. We only got friggin' 2 episodes left. It feels like this freaking show is shot by because we're getting it in episode chunks instead of just regular episodes. We've only been on episode 3 right now. Before they're taking the arcane route and not the regular weekly route, which is cool. I can appreciate that. But you got anything else?
No, I'm just really looking forward to next week.
As am I. All right, Mike, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on various social media sites at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Blue Sky at Renegade Pop Culture. You can also find us here on YouTube, on Podchaser. Consider supporting our Patreon at patreon.com/Renegade Pop Culture. Listen to all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. You need to escape, so do we.
Absolutely. And you can always find me on Twitch and YouTube at Organoid Zero. If you're into conventions and cosplaying and such, you can find me at Organoid Zero on my Instagram. And the other podcast that I am a part of, besides my own, is Athletic Geek 89. My buddy Eli and I talk about just random stuff on the Geeky Note podcast, one subject for an entire hour, and yeah, it's really good. The last one that just got put up was con experiences, so yeah, it's good stuff. All right, until next time, we will see you all later.